I'm actually demonstrating that I have the button on my toolbar, and it looks like a computer monitor with three heads on it. So if you hit that, a window pops up like you see right here, and I have the option to join meeting.
Well, I'm not seeing anything, but what button should I hit?
You'll go underneath communicate pull down menu, Selby, and then there's a video chat and screen share option.
I see that, and I did turn that, and yes, it does seem to be working.
And it should have a join meeting button.
Yeah, and yes, I see that.
Now let's just clarify before we join meeting. It will kick us out of voice when we join meeting or not?
It will not. You will join meeting with your mic muted, and then you can have the choice to switch over to
That's
mic.
that's very good.
Okay,
That's very yeah. And in fact, I see my people. I joined because I'm a risk taker, and
You did it.
Okay. I'm gonna mute my mic here, and I'm gonna join the meeting. So
okay, I haven't muted my mic though, so I won't be able to talk to you. Don't worry.
Fine. Well, so we'll close your voice on the other channel. No need to leave that open if we're talking in meetings.
And now, for those that are watching the video, we are in meeting audio.
Oh, my voice is muted. I see it actually did mute.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't have a camera hooked up because I don't have enough USB ports.
No.
But hello, world.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Jamie, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, you guys both have your microphone muted, so if you're talking, I can't hear you. There you go.
Now you can hear me. Yeah.
And there's Bill.
You're still in voice, Selby, so you might want to mute your mic in voice.
Actually, just close your voice.
I did mute it, but I'll close it.
Yeah, go ahead and close it because sometimes your microphones get confused if you're unmuted in here.
Mm-hmm.
So no need to have both voice options open.
Okay, so just to verify, my voice is now closed, and you should be hearing me in the meeting software.
Yep.
Correct.
And for everybody that's watching, you can see we have 4 people in the meeting right now, including Bill Blight, Selby Evans, Evie, and myself.
I think Bill is having technical difficulties on his own end.
Yeah.
So he has too many microphones to choose from, perhaps.
Very possibly.
Yeah, so he's trying to figure out how to get that to work. So this is a meeting tool that has a lot of different features to it, and we use it inside of 3D Web Worlds when we need to share a camera, as you can see, which is helpful when you're working with younger kids.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, yes, and you're going to have to. The schools are going to require that you see the face of the kids sometimes.
Right. And now when I'm doing virtual world building, sometimes we turn off our camera to save that bandwidth, just for the added thing. But what we use more than the camera is actually screen share, so I can watch what they're doing. There's a couple of things that this can do inside of 3D Web Worlds for business meetings and for educational purposes. And the first is that you can send someone a link by clicking the invite people. So there's a button on the bottom that looks like a person with a plus sign.
Oh, yes, I see that. Invite people.
Then you can just send them the link. Now, what is good about this is if you have someone that is on a mobile phone and can actually join you in World, or for whatever reason is traveling and just needs to be part of the video meeting and not the virtual world meeting, then you can invite them and they can go just into the meeting software without actually logging in. So that's actually a plus for those people that are, traveling or working just with a mobile phone, perhaps with a little bit of connection. And then I also want to show you that if you haven't toggled the grid view, there's 4 boxes in a row.
I just clicked it, and for those of you that are watching the video, you can see now that I have everybody in the call in tile view. So
Right, and that seems to be very helpful especially when you're in a business meeting, you want to see everyone's face at the same time.
Yeah, we do not. I do not see Evie, but she doesn't have a camera on, right?
Right.
Correct, yeah. So also want to show you how we use it in classes. So in virtual worlds, right now we're doing some Blender classes, and you can see here that we've got, as I'm sharing the screen, I've got 3 different screens open of snowmen.
Mm-hmm.
And that is actually me sharing my Blender screen and 2 students sharing their first project with me using their share screen. So this was actually a live screen capture. We can all share our screens at the same time, which is different than some of your popular ones. Did you have a question, Selby?
No, I was going to comment. So if you're working with a class, you can have multiple people sharing their screens at the same time so the whole class can see, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So, hi, Bill. Can you hear us now?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Yes, welcome.
My mouse kept freezing up. I couldn't move my mouse, and I don't think it had anything to do with Web Worlds. I switched mice.
Okay, great. Welcome. So this is really a helpful tool, especially like we're teaching coding for JavaScript, which we allow JavaScript coding inside of 3D Web Worlds, and we're also teaching Blender, where the students can upload their own objects into their project worlds. So it's really helpful because they can all share their screen, and I can watch them coding live. And because we have them make their screen full size, they can actually watch the other kids' screens while they're doing it. So they're doing their own work. They can switch back and forth if they need a little hint, but it's a very helpful tool for classrooms and then also businesses for presentations if you're sharing.
I just want to point out that everything that she just said, as far as I'm aware, and I've used a lot of Zoom, everything that she just said is not available on Zoom.
On Zoom, yeah.
I do believe you can only share one screen at a time on Zoom.
Yes. Just to reiterate, we have the ability to share multiple screens with multiple people in real time as they work.
Right, and if you want to see it in live action, Bill might be the handiest with pulling up a screenshot. Do you have a screenshot of something you can share, Bill, that you can just share your screen? It's the button on the bottom left next to the.
Yeah, I know where it's. I don't have anything open right now. Really, we're sharing, but.
Oh, okay. Can you just open up like a blank Google page or something that just is
Sure.
It doesn't even have to have anything on it. Just to show on the video that.
All right, give me just a second.
Sure. And while we're doing that, you can see that there is a raise hand button. So when you toggle that, it just says, I want to speak. So you can toggle that, and it puts it up on your screen. That alerts whoever is being the presenter that someone has a question or wishes to speak. And the chat is right next to it, and that opens up a chat window. So I'll type something in it so you can see what happens.
And now we're looking at Bill's screen, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you do your toggle view, you'll see that both of us are sharing our screen at the same time.
Okay, so let me see if I can toggle the view. And
the nice thing is you don't have to share a screen. You can even share like a tab from your browser. If you have multiple tabs open, you don't have to share the whole screen or the whole browser. You can share an individual tab.
Right. And I have double monitors that also allows me to choose a specific screen.
Right. I've got 3 monitors, and I just shared one of my monitors full screen. So.
Okay. Are you able to see that, Jamie?
Yes, I've just switched the view, and I have 2 of you sharing screens, and there's Selby and I for anybody that is watching. You have the 2 of us on video, and then you got Bill and Evie both sharing their screens at the exact same time.
Then the nice thing is, like I said, you can share a screen or a tab or a specific program. But since I shared the whole screen, if I want you to see something different, all I have to do is drag it onto that monitor.
Right.
Now,
Exactly right.
I just noticed a feature that I want to bring up that's really cool. I'm not gonna do it for this video specifically, but we also have the option to bring this window full screen. So if you have multiple monitors, like somebody like Bill or somebody that does a lot of stuff in business, you might have multiple monitors in your office. You can actually make this video window full screen and put it on another monitor that you have. So that's really nice as well.
Right. It also allows you to share if you see under your and I don't know if I have to make you moderator to see this option, Jamie, but you can share a YouTube video. And when you do, we won't do it today, but because none of us prepared a YouTube video. But when you share the YouTube video, there is an option of a checkbox that says share the audio. So that allows you, as a presenter or an educator, whether you want to share the audio or not.
Yes.
It's not a given. So sometimes you just want someone to see something and you want to talk while the video is playing. You can uncheck it so that the audio is not played through, and then check it when you're ready for the audio to join.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I also want to be clear that we're not doing this today. This is currently a public room that we're in, but we have the ability to make this room that we're sitting in private if we wanted to.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, every region could be private. And then this chat would be private to that. And also, as a moderator, you have the ability to kick people out of this chat. So, there's 3 buttons on each screen. And if you are a moderator, one of them is kick out. So you also have that option. And you also have the option of mute everyone else, and to grant other people moderator. So I don't know what you see, Jamie, when you toggle over the 3 buttons inside the screen. I think we lost Selby.
Let's see. I actually have the ability to see speaker stats, blur my background, which is something that would come in handy if you were somewhere and like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, finish. That would come in handy. Why?
I was just going to mention, if you're in a place like I'm in and my bed is not made in the background, as some of you can see, I should have blurred my background. So if you're in a place where you don't necessarily want those that are going to be joining the call with you to see what's going on in your background, that's a handy little feature as well.
Right. And so the 3 buttons that I'm talking about, though, are on each person's video.
I see that as well.
Okay, so I'm not sure if what choices you have, but me as moderator, I have the ability to mute that person, mute everyone else but that person, grant that person moderator status, send a private message, or kick that person out.
The only options that a non-moderator has is send private message and a volume slider.
Okay, I currently I am on your window, Evie, and I do have the volume slider like Bill was saying. So
okay, I just gave you moderator permissions, Jamie, okay. So you can look over and see.
And as you can see, I just pulled it up on the video. I am sitting, my mouse cursor is sitting on Evie's window, and I now have the option to mute everyone else, and things are changing because Selby is popping back in. But as you can see, I've got the option to mute everyone else, kick out, or send a message, as well as the volume slider.
Welcome back, Selby. Oh, I think your mic is muted.
I think so too, but it's not now.
There we go. Okay.
Welcome
So,
back.
as you can see, you've got pretty much every option that you could possibly need for any type of meeting. And the great thing with 3D Web Worlds is if you come in and you try it and you see something that is not here, that needs to be here, the developer, who is Evie, is always here and is always listening for new ideas and new features that can be added. So that's the really cool thing about doing things here.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. And also, Bill works in the background with us quite a bit as well. So thank you, Bill, for all that work. So I just want to make sure everyone understands is that you do not, this is an added extra that you can use on any region, but we also have the voice on region without the cameras. So, unless, so you have both options. So the real simple option, you can land on a region and click the microphone button to open up voice and talk. But if you need more tools like what we've shared with you, then you can use the meeting room.
And we've used the voice in multiple videos. That's been in pretty much every video that Selby and I have done. So if you're watching on Selby's blog, there are several videos that are available demonstrating the voice and how that works. And the point of this presentation software is to show that no matter what your needs are as far as presentations in 3D Web Worlds, we think we have you covered, and if we don't, we're more than willing to listen and look at adding more features.